What if I told you that WWE may have just teased the beginning of the end for the Street Profits, without actually breaking them up yet? At Saturday night's main event, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins looked ready to finally reclaim tag team gold. The crowd was behind them, the momentum was there, and for a moment it genuinely felt like this was their night. But then Bron Breakker changed everything. And now fans are asking one major question. Why didn't Triple H pull the trigger on the Street Profits winning the titles? Saturday night's main event delivered one of the most eventful WWE specials we've seen in quite some time. From Rhea Ripley taking a shocking loss to the escalating chaos surrounding Seth Rollins and The Vision, the show felt packed with storyline progression. But arguably the most interesting decision came in the main event tag team title match. The Vision's Austin Theory and Logan Paul retained the WWE World Tag Team Championships against the Street Profits after interference from Bron Breakker. And while some fans were frustrated seeing Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins come up short again, this finish may have revealed something much bigger happening behind the scenes creatively. Because when you really analyze the situation, it feels less like WWE forgot about the Street Profits, and more like Triple H is setting up a much larger story. And honestly, there are several reasons why putting the titles on Ford and Dawkins right now may not have been the right move. Let's start with what happened during the match itself. The Street Profits came into Saturday night's main event looking sharper than they've looked in months. Montez Ford was flying all over the ring, Angelo Dawkins brought the physicality, and fans were fully invested in seeing them finally win the championships again. Meanwhile, Austin Theory and Logan Paul continued leaning heavily into their arrogant heel personalities. Logan especially has become one of WWE's most talked about attractions because of the crossover attention he brings to the company. Throughout the match, it genuinely felt like the momentum was swinging toward the Street Profits. WWE even gave fans several near falls that made it look like a title change was coming. But then Bron Breakker appeared. The interference completely shifted the atmosphere. Suddenly the match stopped feeling like a standard tag title bout and started feeling like another chapter in the growing war surrounding Seth Rollins and the Vision faction. And that's where things get really interesting, because this finish may not have been about protecting Logan Paul and Austin Theory at all. It may have been about advancing multiple stories at once. Reason number 1. WWE is slowly building tension between Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. For longtime fans of the Street Profits, this was impossible to ignore. Over the last several weeks, WWE has quietly planted little signs of tension between Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Not full-blown arguments. Not betrayal teases. Just subtle disagreements. And sometimes those are the most dangerous kind. The biggest issue seems to revolve around Seth Rollins. Dawkins appears more willing to align himself with Rollins against the Vision, while Montez Ford seems much more hesitant. That difference in mindset already caused several uncomfortable moments recently, and Saturday night's main event added even more fuel to the fire. Ford literally took damage trying to save Dawkins during the ongoing conflict involving Rollins and the Vision. That detail matters, because WWE storytelling under Triple H has become very layered. They don't usually include moments like that accidentally. This loss now creates the perfect emotional setup for frustration to build inside the Street Profits. Imagine this scenario. Dawkins starts believing they lost because they didn't fully commit to helping Seth Rollins. Ford starts believing Dawkins is becoming distracted by someone else's war. Suddenly, every future loss becomes another argument waiting to happen. And honestly, this could finally be the moment WWE pulls the trigger on a Montez Ford singles run. Fans have been talking about Ford becoming a breakout solo star for years. His charisma is obvious. His athleticism is elite. His promo ability keeps improving. But things got even more interesting when you realize Dawkins has improved massively too. That's what makes this story compelling. Years ago, many fans assumed Ford would eventually leave Dawkins behind. But now, Angelo Dawkins has developed into a legitimate star in his own right. His confidence, physicality, and character work have improved dramatically. So if WWE eventually splits them, it won't feel one-sided anymore. It'll feel emotional. Reason number 2. WWE still sees huge value in Logan Paul and Austin Theory. This might actually be the biggest reason of all. Logan Paul and Austin Theory have only been champions for a relatively short time, and WWE hasn't fully explored their potential together yet. And from a business perspective, it's easy to understand why Triple H may want this reign to continue. Logan Paul remains one of WWE's biggest mainstream attractions. Every time he appears, clips go viral online. Sports outlets cover him. Entertainment websites talk about him. He brings outside attention that very few wrestlers can generate. When he was United States champion, WWE heavily benefited from that exposure. Now imagine WWE trying to do the same thing with the tag team division. For years, fans complained that the tag titles didn't feel important enough. Putting them on Logan Paul instantly changes that perception because now every defense feels like a bigger event. And Austin Theory benefits massively from this partnership too. Theory needed something fresh. For a while, it felt like his momentum had stalled after losing his United States Championship run. But pairing him with Logan Paul has completely changed his presentation. He feels more confident again, more entertaining, more relevant, and this could change everything for his career trajectory. Instead of being stuck in the mid-card shuffle, Theory is now consistently involved in one of Raw's biggest ongoing stories. Meanwhile, the Street Profits have already accomplished a lot as a team. They've held titles before. Fans already view them as an established tag team. So from WWE's perspective, keeping the belts on the Vision may simply offer more storyline upside right now. One thing Triple H has consistently prioritized is long-term storytelling. And Saturday night's main event felt like a classic Triple H booking decision. Instead of giving fans the immediate payoff, he chose the option that creates more future possibilities. Now WWE has multiple directions available. The Street Profits can continue chasing the titles. Bron Breakker can deepen his role within the Vision storyline. Seth Rollins can recruit allies. Logan Paul and Austin Theory can continue building heat as champions. Everything stays connected. And that's important because modern WWE storytelling works best when feuds overlap naturally rather than feeling isolated. Fans may not love every decision in the moment, but it's clear the company is trying to build layered narratives instead of quick title switches. The fan response online has been fascinating. Some fans were furious that the Street Profits lost again. Many believe Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins deserve another major championship run immediately. Others think WWE absolutely made the correct call. A lot of viewers pointed out that Logan Paul brings undeniable attention to whatever division he's in. Some even argued that this current version of Austin Theory feels more entertaining than he has in years. But perhaps the biggest discussion revolves around the possible breakup tease. Fans noticed the subtle body language between Ford and Dawkins during and after the match. Social media immediately exploded with theories that WWE is preparing a slow burn split. And honestly, Triple H loves slow burn storytelling. He rarely rushes emotional turns. That's why fans are paying attention to every little interaction right now. Looking ahead, there are several fascinating possibilities. One option is the Street Profits eventually joining Seth Rollins against the Vision. Bron Breakker attacking them after the match may have been the final push needed for Ford and Dawkins to realize they need allies. Another possibility is even more dramatic. What if the losses keep piling up? What if frustration slowly destroys the chemistry between Ford and Dawkins? Imagine Montez finally snapping after another costly defeat. The crowd reaction would be enormous. But however this story unfolds, WWE clearly isn't finished with the Street Profits. If anything, this loss may have elevated their importance in the bigger Raw landscape, because now they're emotionally tied into one of the brand's biggest ongoing stories. At first glance, it looked like WWE simply decided not to give the Street Profits another title run. But after analyzing everything surrounding Saturday night's main event, this feels much bigger than that. Triple H may be building a major Street Profits breakup story, a stronger run for Logan Paul and Austin Theory, a larger faction war involving Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. And if that's the case, this loss wasn't the end of the story. It may have been the beginning of a much bigger one. But what do you think? Did WWE make the right call keeping the titles on the Vision? Or should the Street Profits have walked out as champions? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you subscribe to Squared Circle Secrets for more WWE analysis, backstage discussion, and long-form storytelling videos every single week.